Hello, guys. Evelina Jackson, taking a minute to go ahead and bring you some value. My topic of discussion today is going to be how to balance family, business, and ministry. Yes, I'm involved in all three. I have a home based business that I have been involved in for the past 4 years. And then I also am involved in ministry, which is prayer ministry. And then I also have other ministries that I am partaking in. I also have a family of four. I have four beautiful children. And I had to learn how to balance all of them where none was being neglected. Because as you know, if you serve more than one master, someone's going to get the short end of the stick. But that's not always the case. It may take time and effort for you to go ahead and learn the tools and the secrets to go ahead and have that balanced life, because it's not just meant for you to exist on earth. Yes, you're supposed to work and earn an income, and you're supposed to have a family, but you're not supposed to neglect one for the other. So what I want to share with you is some very common techniques that I go ahead and put into place on a daily basis to make sure that my family is taken care of, not only financially, but emotionally, spiritually. And then I also want to go ahead and share with you how I'm able to run a successful business from home. And then I also want to go ahead and fill you in on my schedule for my ministries. What I want to share with you first and foremost is my spiritual schedule. Every Wednesday, I have Bible study. Every Tuesday, I have intercessory prayer. And every Sunday, of course, I go and I have corporate fellowship with my sisters and brothers in Christ. And then from time to time, I have other events that I partake in that I have to, schedule around. But what I want to talk to you also about is my business, my home based business. Like I said, I've been in the home based business industry for the past 4 years. And what I've learned with having a home based business, yes, you have a lot of leeway in setting up a schedule and pretty much sticking to it or not sticking to it is pretty much up to you. But what you put into it is what you will get out of it. So when it comes to being a home-based business owner, you want to set a schedule and you want to stick to it as much as possible. I know that sometimes emergencies and things like that come up and you're not able to stick with that schedule. But for the most part, on a day-to-day basis, I'm able to stick to a schedule. That was something that my husband was very, very adamant about me developing in the beginning stages. He was like, babe, sometimes you're on the computer or you're on the phone or you're on the conference call, you're doing all these things, and he felt neglected. So I had to take and hear his cries about quality time with him. So I began to develop a schedule where I set business hours, and for the most part I stuck with them. I would set my business hours. I would get up. Sometimes I would get up a little bit early because I needed to go ahead and get my time with God to get my direction. So my day would really start at 5:30, where I would get on prayer calls, which were corporate prayer calls for our company. And then also, if you had personal prayers that needed to be addressed at that time, we would go ahead and take care of that as well. And then I would start my day, and I would read my word, and then from there my day would begin as far as going ahead and do what I need as in terms of my home-based business. And from day to day my tasks will change, but what I really want to drive home with you is for you to go ahead and set business hours and stick to them, especially if you have a family. Now, if you don't have a family, you can pretty much, fly by the seat of your pants when it comes to a schedule, because you have no one that you're neglecting, but you still will need time for yourself to rest. So I began to take a day out, and it would just be me and my husband's date night. And then also, when the kids come home from school, I would take that time out to listen to how their days went, go ahead and prepare dinner, go ahead and, clean up if I needed to clean up, go ahead and do whatever it was I needed to do as a mother and a wife in the household. And that has really worked really well for me, was setting business hours. And then also sometimes when you have phone calls that you need to return, try and find out from that prospect, is it all right if you call them at a later time, maybe after the kids go to bed, after you've had dinner with your family? That's something that's key as well. Take the time out to have dinner with your family on a daily basis. You will be surprised how much that means to them. Those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you. I hope that they help you, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Have a blessed one. Bye bye.